Hello, guys. Good day. This is Anne of Reinforcement Club, your fellow positive reinforcer. Today, we are going to talk about outside validation. Is outside validation or a need of approval from others a confidence boost or a confidence trap? The way there are times when we ask people about what can they say about our work? Are we doing a great job today? When as per the result of our output, as per the result of our project. And sometimes we do need people to give us approval. Yes, indeed, I would agree with that. But it also depends on the context. So, context in which, like for example, if you want to build a business and, you know, you want to ask your mom how to build a business, but your mom hasn't any experience about building any business, no background, nothing. But she raised you well. So think about it. If you ask your mom how to build a business, what would she say? In some point she could be, she could kill your dream in some point because she don't want you to risk. She doesn't want you to, to fail. If your mom is too careful for you, it was too overprotective. So that's what I'm talking about, the context. Another example is that when you're asking for like a relationship what do you call that, relationship tips and how to keep your girlfriend or wife happy with you, and then you're gonna ask that man with who's not married, who's hooking up with different women. So the you're asking the wrong person, and it's not actually related to the kind of goals that you want to achieve. And then you're asking this guy or a gal about any opinion about this. And the answer could be, in some point you could get an idea from them, but for you to be able to successfully venture a certain project or a certain a startup, you have to ask the right people. I could say that, seeking outside validation could be a confidence boost because it somehow helps you reinforce your self-belief, especially when you are uncertain about your abilities, when you are new in that area. So you need mentors, you need people with experience to help you out so that you can do some kind of reality check about the progress pertaining to what you do, to help you see, the blind spot that you might have missed. Or these people with experience can help you give you some tips, or should I say shortcut about their mistakes that they've undergone when they started the things that you just started right now. So make sure that you ask the right people with ample of or lifelong experience about what you're doing. You have to ask the right people. And also seeking validation when you are new in the area, when you are when you are new in that project, it also helps you connect, build a bond with others and get their support. And the way, just as long as you ask, you hire the right people for you to help, to help you succeed in that project. Seeking validation is a way for a professional growth. Hiring the right mentor, expert, or asking the right peers who wants the best for you, who could tell you right on your face that, look, this is not going anywhere. You made a mistake. Even though it is hurtful, they're gonna give you the right feedback, the right professional feedback to help you refine your skills and help you improve. So, in other words, seeking validation is actually a tool for improvement, but not necessarily a necessity. On the other hand, seeking validation could be a confidence trap in a way that, when we keep asking people about what to do, when they seek their approval, their praise, you're a good girl, you're doing a great job. But what if this people isn't available? what if they're not around? So what are you going to do? You're going to have trouble about trusting yourself, your own decision. You're going to struggle on your decision making. So it's important to trust yourself in the most part. Another thing about, seeking validation all the time is that, when you keep depending on others, the way sometimes, there are times when others can be positive. And then in some days they could be negative. These people that you're seeking validation, seeking approval with. Though some days they're good, some days they're bad, but they're just people, and they ain't perfect. And what's going to happen if you keep seeking validation to these people, even though they're expert? In some point, your self-worth could be unstable because, if you keep asking them, sometimes they change their mind, and your way of thinking in some point could be like you're gonna end up unstable if you don't trust yourself. And the worst thing that could happen is when all of your decisions, or should I say, most of your decisions come from other people. It means that you can't be true to yourself. You were able to execute those stuff because that's what other people said you to do. But, although you want to do it another way, but you can't. So you're having a struggle with conformity pressure. Like, you shape yourself according to the expectations of others. You can't be true to yourself. And like in other situation, like when you're seeking, like should I say again, tips or suggestions from other people, and you are unable to come up with your own decision, and then people on one side would say yes and people on the other side would say no, but you cannot come up with your own decision because you want to be liked. You want to conform to what is quote unquote normal, as you think whatever is the normal in the area that you work on in the company. So the result to that is that you're gonna have paralysis by analysis. You cannot make decision because you cannot trust yourself at all. You're gonna have problems about seeking validations from other if you never trust your own self. You're gonna have problem with your self-worth. I mean, there's nothing wrong about seeking validation, seeking opinions from other if that's important. But what I'm trying to say is that validation is a tool, but it's never a necessity. Self-trust, trusting your gut, trusting your own decision should be a foundation, should be your foundation, should be the foundation of seeking validation. So when I say seeking validation as a necessity, you use the different opinions, suggestions, and tips from other people who are expert in the area for you to come up with your own decision, not their decision. That's what I'm trying to say about outside validation. So right now, seeking validation from others have an advantage as well as disadvantages if you don't trust yourself. So I hope I'm able to share a good insight in this episode. And if you ever love this content, you can share it to your family and friends. You can follow me in YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, even in Amazon Music. I'm also in Twitter, X, Reinforce Me Club. By the way, this is Anne, your fellow positive reinforcer. I do appreciate your time and have a lovely day ahead. Thank you.